as obvious as it may be, I got a new phone today. It's basically the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. So the one I got is actually the Canadian version. It's actually not coming out until Friday. So I guess today I'm just gonna try it out, see what it's like, and give some thoughts on why I decided on this one. I was actually saving up for quite a while, well over a year. Before I was thinking maybe I'll get that S10, but then the prices I was looking at it, I don't think it was really worth it for all the features. Then when the S20s came out, the prices were just astronomical. I can't justify spending, for example, 1,500 to 2,000 Canadian almost when you add all the tax and everything like that just to get a new phone. The only way I could justify that is if you're saving money where the camera on the phone can pretty much replace a very good point and shoot, for example. But to my knowledge, a lot of the regular point and shoots, they actually have better sensors and all that, so it didn't really make sense to spend that much money. But with this phone, what they claimed was they listened to the feedback of what people wanted in a phone, they put in the essentials, I guess you could say, and they made it a lot cheaper. This one here is about $950 Canadian. That's how much it should cost if you buy it full retail without any discounts if you sign up with carriers or anything like that. And by the looks of it, the specs, it seemed really good to me. It uses the exact same processors, for example, just like the higher end ones. So you do get the Snapdragon with this. This version actually has 120 Hz for a refresh rate, which is fantastic. Now, of course, I also use the phone to control things like the drone and the thermal camera. So with the thermal camera, I had to stick with Android. As well, I didn't realize before until I used that temporary phone where it had like an IPS display. Whenever you turn the monitor into certain angles, you basically can't see it because I have to wear the sunglasses when I'm staring straight in the sky with the sunlight. So you can imagine how inconvenient that is where you turn your head up in the sky, oh, there's a drone with the bright sunlight, no problem with the sunglasses. Then when you look down, everything's blank, it's like all black just because of the polarization effect. Whereas with this, it actually uses an OLED screen and I can see it perfectly fine in that way. One of the drawbacks I read was apparently the screen's only 1080p or so it's not as great as the higher end ones, but honestly, just for me personally, I don't really care. I'd rather have the higher refresh rate for the screen itself. And plus it's a phone, it's so small, I don't think you can really tell too much. I'm sure if you look really close and all that, you can say, wow, look at those little details. But for me, when you're just using it just to fly the drone, to capture stuff, I don't think it really matters overall. I'd rather have things like better battery life too, for example. Which is another thing, as apparently this one has a 4,500 milliamp battery, so even better. Another reason why I had to upgrade with a phone as well is because, as I mentioned, just during this time with the lockdowns and stuff, more people wanting to do digital stuff like conferencing. I'll probably need to upgrade things like my computer still once I figure out the best parts, but the phone's actually an important part of that too, so this will allow me to do that as well. But again, I didn't want to spend, for example, what, $2,000 or something for a phone in that case. So overall, I think this was a good choice. As well, usually when I record stuff, just like yesterday when you guys saw me see that coyote, I often use this action camera and the smartphone at the same time. That's how I usually do the zoom in captures. So now with this, with a better quality, I can actually zoom in. I think it'll even make stuff like that better. So let's just test some of the stuff out today, just with captures and have a little fun. Testing, they're super steady compared to the action camera. Okay, trying the super steady mode again. I think if you turn that on, you lose the 3 times optical zoom. That's from what it seems like anyways. For the heck of it, 3 angles, wide, medium, super close. Wow, that's way too much of a close-up. I actually kept the plastic on some of this stuff because there's no cases out for it yet since it's not the release date. Looks really clear. With some photos. Alright, see you guys later.